Hello everyone and welcome to this new class. Today for today's topic I have the personal information and I hope you really enjoy this topic and of course you will understand much better about the personal information in English. Okay, today is Saturday, 8, 2021. So for the very beginning I have one activity for you and I think that you already know this activity. The activity is called the hangman. And I know that the term in English is doesn't cover for you, but I have for you. In Spanish, it is marcado. Okay? You know the but I give you some instruction. I'm going to write some blank spaces and one man, but the man was not drawn at the beginning. You need to give it to me some letters in order to complete the word, in order to guess what the word is. If you make a mistake, if you say one letter that doesn't belong to the word, I'm gonna draw one part of the man. Here's an example. Here there are four blank spaces, which means that the word has four letters. And here I have where I'm going to draw the man. Okay? An example here, if you said that the one letter is the vowel A, and the vowel appears on the word, I'm going to write the vowel over here. Okay? But if you say that another letter that doesn't appear on the word, maybe the word Q, I'm going to write part of the man over here. Okay? Because the letter Q doesn't appear on the word that I have over here. So let's start with the activity, and I have it with you. Okay, you know the rules. You need to give me some letters, and if you guess the whole word, of course you can give it to me. You can say it aloud, and I'm going to write it and the little man won't die. Okay, the first one is simple. Three letters. The word that is here appears in this poster. Okay, you can check in order to guess what the word is. Of course, there are many words with three letters, but try to guess. Okay, the letter A, letter A, letter A, uh, letter A doesn't appear in the word, so I'm going to draw part of the name. The letter O, okay, excellent. The word O appears on the word. Okay. Another is okay, excellent. Letter B. No, the letter B doesn't appear here. Another letter is the letter D. Okay, the letter D appears on the word. For you, what is the word right now? There are one letter missing, but try to guess. What do you think is the word? Aha! Excellent. The word here is old. Okay? Excellent. Very good, my friends. So I'm going to write the word over there. Okay? Another word. Once again. Once again, another word is four letters. Okay, let's begin. Letter A, right? Letter A appears only. Another one. Letter E. Excellent. It appears over here. Okay? I think that all of you have an idea about that. But try to think. Letter I. No, this doesn't appear over here. O. Letter O. No. The letter N. Yeah. Excellent. It appeared. And I think that all of you did know the word, but try to guess the last word, the last letter. Excellent, my friend. The word is name. You say the little name. Okay. The last one for this activity. I'm gonna write over here the word. The last one is another four letters. Let's start with the vowels. We'll say the letter A. No. Letter B. B. No. Letter I. Yeah. Letter I. Letter E. Okay. Letter M. M doesn't appear in the word. So be careful. Try to say him. The letter L. Yeah. And one letter missing. The letter D. Excellent. Letter D. So the word is live. Right over here. And of course, you say him. Excellent. Well done. Now let's move with the next activity. I have for you. With this word, all, name, and live. This word are going to be very important in this lesson. Now, we are going to play another game. I know you call it perfectly, which is bingo. I know that I know that you know the rules of this game, so I'm gonna give you some of the cards for the play bingo. Okay, take him. And over here, I have the cards in order to play bingo. Okay, there are some words that appears on the bingo. You are going to try to understand the words, and of course to match the word if I say the word. Okay, you can use your pencil in order to match to touch the word that appear, the word appear here. Okay, so I have the card over here. All the words that appear here are in the cards. Okay, the first word that I have in my card is address. Okay, once again, the first word is address. Okay, the second word, second card is birthday. Okay, the word birthday. Another one is the word what. Okay, the word what. If the word appears on your card, try to match them and try to be careful and listen carefully about what the word I am saying. Another card is food. Okay, food. The next one is why. The next one, why. Another one is the word Where is the word where. Number one is the word who. The word who. Continue. The next card is the word when. The word when. Oh, was it bingo? Okay, you won. Excellent. You listen carefully, right? Okay. So these words that appear on the card of the bingo are going to be very important lessons I have for you. So try to not to remember to pay close attention to this. Or you can use the card the moment we are present in the moment I am presenting the topic. Okay. So now I'm going to read some short double-A question. I know that this structure is new for you. You're accustomed to the yes/no question, but the double-H questions are very important at the moment of asking for personal information. That is the topic that we're going to see today. Okay, so let's move to the poster that I have already there for you. Okay, first I'm gonna read, and you are going to listen to my pronunciation of the questions. Okay, then you are going to read aloud this question by yourself. But first, I'm gonna read for you and then try to focus on the pronunciation for the question. Okay. The first one is, what is your name? Aha! If you remember in the play bingo, in the game bingo, it appears the word what, and the previous game appears the word name in the hangman. Okay, so what is your name? The second one, how old are you? The third one, where are you from? The fourth, what do you do? The fifth, who do you live with? And the last one, where do you live? Live is another word that we saw. Okay, once again, I'm gonna read for you. Try to pay close attention to this. So, what is your name? If I read it a little fast, what is your name? Another one. How old are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Who do you live with? And where do you live? Okay. Now, once again, but again in a slowly way. What is your name? How old are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Who do you live with? And where do you live? Okay. Now it's your turn to read by yourself, but try to read it slowly. Don't feel pressure. If you commit any mistake, don't worry. It's part of the process. So don't worry. If you commit any mistake at the moment of pronunciation, so don't worry. It doesn't matter. Just try to read by yourself, and I could be listening to you, and then we try to overcome those errors that are not errors, but they are a little obstacle in the process of learning. Okay. So don't be afraid of mispronouncing some words. So try to read by yourself. And for this one, I think that all the classroom must read at the same time. Okay. When I put my hand over here, you are going to say aloud or read aloud this sentence, and then on the other one. Okay. Okay. We'll start right now with the first sentence, which is, Another one? The third one? Okay. Once again, all together. Okay. Once again, but with me. Okay. What is your name? How are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Who do you live with? Where do you live? Okay. Excellent. Now we move to the next part of the class. And here I'm going to explain you more about the double H question about that are more than necessary to teach or to learn or to ask for personal information at the moment of communicating with others. So I'm going to show you a little presentation that I have about the personal information. Okay, over here, I have the explanation about double H question in present simple, which is the tenses that we are learning over here. Okay, the double H question the usage as to ask question about actions in general time that begin with this question word. Do you remember that appears over here in the bingo? What, when, where, who, why, and how. These words appear over here in the bingo. So this question has to ask for more specific answers, not different from the yes no question that the answer is yes or not. Okay. In this case, the double H questions are used to ask for more specific information, more on a more sophisticated answer. Okay. The form is if the question is about the subject, we use who or what plus the verb and the rest of the sentence. Examples over here are who lives here? What is your name? Okay. What is your last name? What is your full name? The question is about the subject. Okay. In this case, the subject, you remember the subject are I, you, she, he, it, we, you, they. Okay, that are the subject. In the case, the subject, I am one subject over here. So, what is your name and who lives here is about the subject. Another form is question about the rest of the sentence. Where do you live? And another one, the structure is double H word, could be where, what, when. Another word that we saw, plus the auxiliary does and do. Remember the third person form. When it's she, he, and it, we use the auxiliary does, or the third person form of the verb do, which is does. Or if we use another subject pronoun, we use the plus the verb and plus the rest of the sentence, and of course the question mark at the end. Don't forget that these are questions. We need to add the question mark at the end. Okay. Here, I have some examples of questions that are for asking for personal information. What is your name? And the answer could be, my name is, in this case, my name is Daniel. And another one is, what is your last name? My last name is, in my case, my last name is Ponce, or in this case, I have two last names, could be, my last names are Ponce Aguilar. Another question is, how old are you? In my case, I am 21 years old. Another question, where are you from? I am from Nakaome. Where do you live? I live in Nakaome. What is your email address? My email address is dponceaguilar at gmail.com. What do you do? I am a teacher. I am an English teacher. Where do you work? I work at the university. How many brothers or sisters do you have? I have two sisters and two brothers. Or another answer could be, I don't have any brother or sister. What are your hobbies? My hobbies are watching videos, playing video games, read. Another one is, what is your address? My address is Colonia Sor Dionisia, Nakaome Valle. Okay, another question is, what is your cell phone number? My cell phone number is 33204567. When is your birthday? My birthday, in my case, is on 31st December. Do you live on a house or apartment? I live on a house. What is your favorite food? My favorite food is pizza. And this question, I answered this question in my own perspective. Okay. What is your nickname? I don't have any nickname, but in this case, it's called, in Spanish, it's called apodo. Okay, you could write my nickname is, and then you could write you could write the nickname that you have. Okay. What is your full name? Okay, my full name is Daniel Josue Ponce Aguilar. Another question is, who do you live with? In my case, I live with my mother. So this question is related with who live with you. Okay. Now we move on to the board. I'm going to explain you a little bit better about that. This question are really essential about primarily at the moment of meeting a new person. You ask for information about them, and then they provide you some answer at the moment of, if you are going to know much better about them. Okay. The first one, the first question that you're going to ask is, what is your name? Remember, capitalized letter at the beginning and the question mark. What is your name? And you could write, my name is Daniel. Okay. This is about if you are to a second person, but if you ask to a third person, you need to change the possessive adjective. In this case, it would be, if you ask to someone, to her, you can ask, what is her name? And over here we need to change this. And her name, you need to add that, not to answer. Her name is Casimira. Okay? This is a simple question that is really essential at the moment, at the very beginning of knowing one person. Then over here we have the structure. Remember the structure about the subject, which is the double H word, or in this case, what, or who, then the verb, and the rest of the sentence. And the rest of the sentence. Over here we have the question, the double H question word. In this case, what. It could be what or who. The verb, which is the verb is, the verb be, the verb to be, and the rest of the sentence, that is your name, and the question mark at the end. Okay? You need to take very close attention to the structure, because at the moment of writing, we should write. We think we write a question, but we are writing a sentence and or a statement. So we need to take close attention to the verb, to how we use how we write sentences, how we write questions and sentences. Another question is, where you live? Where do you live? The auxiliary do, because we are using the subject pronoun you. Okay, or we can use also. We can use also. I. Where do I live? It's perfect. We use do with I. They. Where do they live? Correct? Or where do we live is also correct. But what happens if I use a third person subject pronoun? Could be she, it, or he. Okay, what do you think that happened? What I need to change in this sentence? Because I could just add the subject pronoun over here, but the sentence would be in grammatically correct. Okay? Okay? Excellent. And I need to change the auxiliary. In this case, do, because we're using first and second person. In this case, we need to add the auxiliary does. And here we can add the subject pronoun he and she, or also it. We need to concentrate at the moment of the writing the auxiliary in the correct form that is related with the subject pronoun. And the answers is to be, where do you live? Is I live in Nakaome, Choluteca, or other places. So we need to take close attention to this. Now, we're going to write the WH question that are for the WH word that is the moment of asking question, the moment of making WH question. What, who, where, when, another one, okay, who is related about one person, where is related to places, when is related to time. It could be about objects or other things, more facts that we're asking for. So we need to take close attention to this at the moment of writing questions that we're asking for. To ask for places, time, people, or other things. Now, you are going to write on your notebooks some questions, some WH questions that, and then you are going to answer those questions about your personal information. In my case, in my notebook, I could write, what is your name? In my name, I could write, my name is Daniel. Okay? So, and you are going to write some question, maybe 4 or 5 questions, and then you're going to answer about your personal information. Okay? I'm going to give you some time in order to do it, and when you are ready, you could we probably continue with the class. Okay? Now, did you make some sentences and questions about personal information, your personal information, in your notebooks? We're going to move to some exercises that I have for you. So there are just simple questions that we know, and I think that is no problem. Okay, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. I have fill in the blank exercises. You have over there on your photocopy the fill in the blank exercises, and the instructions are over there. Complete the sentence with one word from the box. This is the box we have in the box: where, all, do, name, phone, hobbies, brothers, address, from, house, food, and with. And here there are the sentences. I'm going to do the first sentence for you as one guide. Okay? The sentence is going to be like this. The first one is, how, we have the longest space over here, are you? Okay? How, longest space, are you? Now, we are going to look for the one word that appears in the box. We have different words. We need to identify which word can fit perfectly in this question. How are you? I know this is another question in order to know how are you at the moment of doing something, but it's missing one word here. Okay? In order to change the meaning. And over there, what do you think of what is the word missing over here? Okay, Excellent, Sandra. The word is old. How old are you? Okay, in the blank spaces, this word, you're going to touch it from the box, and then you're going to use the other rules in order to answer it or to fill in the blank spaces with the correct word from the question. Now, the second, I'm going to do the second question. In order to understand much better. What do you? Okay, here we have another one. What do you? In the word missing. Now we need to look. We need to look for the word that fit well on the blank space. And okay, do you have it in yellow? Excellent. The word that is missing here is the word do. Okay. Then the question would be, what do you do? Remember, question mark at the end and capital letter at the beginning. What do you do? How old are you? Okay. Now you are going to write on your exercise in order to complete it, and I give you some time in order to do it. Okay. When you are ready to do it, I'm going to continue with the class. When you finish those exercises, I'm going to continue with the class. Okay. There are 12 sentences, 12 questions that you are going to fill the blank spaces. I did the two first one, then we're going to do the are missing, the 10 that are missing. Now, the final activity, now that you finish this exercises, I have one activity more. The final activity for you in this class, for today's class, okay, is to pass in front and make some question asking for personal information using double-edged questions. There are questions that I already explained. And then you are going to present yourself based on what you wrote in the previous exercise. Remember when I said that ask personal information and answering by your personal information? Now you're going to present that, okay? And I'm gonna give you an example of this, and then you are going to do something like this, okay? First, you are going to have in front with your notebooks, your pencil, and here we have some questions, double-edged questions, and then you are going to write to answer these questions by asking to some of your classmates or even by me. You can ask me, okay, if you want, or to your classmates. So in this case, I have, what is your name? And I point to some of you. Okay, your name is Sandra Paola. Now, how old are you? Okay, I write here. She is 21 years. She is 15 years old. Then we're going to ask another question. Where are you from? Okay, she is from Choluteca. Another one. Who do you live with? She lives with her parents and her sisters and brothers. So now that that I asked some question and she answered those questions, I'm going to present myself based on what I have wrote on the previous activity. Okay. In my case, hello, my name is Daniel. My last names are Ponce Aguilar. I am from Nacaome. I am 21 years old. I live with my mother and I don't have any brothers or sisters. Okay? The activity will be like this. You are going to pass one by one and then you're going to present yourself and ask some question to any of this of your classmates, okay? Or ask me to me. Okay, the activity begins with Kenya, okay? You are the first one. Now that we finish with the activity, I'm going to give you a review of double H question and asking for personal information. Remember the double H question are called like this because they have a letter H and a double U letter. Try to figure out how, who, what, where, when. What do we have over here? An H and a double H. Once again, H and double H, W and H, W and H, and W and H. This is why these words are called this double H question, and they are called like this because they are generally used at the moment of asking question. There are another word to this. Why? This one is for reasons. What is for reason, who is for people, what is for object, where is for places, and when is for time. Okay? Remember that personal information is necessary at the moment of knowing new people. These are some questions that are more than necessary at the moment of knowing new people and asking for their name, their date, their age, where are they from, what do they do, and where do they live. So these questions are pretty essential at the moment of knowing new people from our country, from our area. So try to pay close attention and remember that when we ask about the subject, we use who or what plus one verb, the rest of the sentence, and the question mark. This is about the subject. Another one, the question about the rest of the sentence are the double H word plus an auxiliary do or does. Remember, this is in simple present tense. As I was saying about the rest of the sentence, about the subject of the sentence, we use who or what plus the verb plus the rest of the sentence and the question mark. An example here, what is your name? It's more confusing. What is your name? Okay, we have the verb, which is S, the WH word, and the rest of the sentence, which is the rest of the question, which is your name. And about the rest of the sentence, we have the WH word. In this case, we want to use where, which is a WH question word, plus do or does. Okay, when you want to use do plus the subject, which is you, then the verb, in this case, I'm going to use live and the question mark. So the sentence in this case, where do you live? In third person, where does she live? Where does he live? Okay? We need to take close attention about the subject verb that we are using. We need to change the auxiliary verb when unnecessary in this word. In this case, we generally use the verb to be and the form of is. So we need to keep practicing this. We are going to be watching. We're going to be seeing this topic in the future class. So this is just the beginning for the topic. And then, if you have any question, you will be free to ask me about the topic and the question and the personal information. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and don't worry if you don't understand at the beginning, or you get confused or mispronounce some word, because it doesn't matter. We are learning right now, and the purpose of this is you learn how to speak English and how to communicate in the second language, which is English. So thank you so much for being part of my class, and I see you in the next class.